Hello, dear friends. Today topic is satire in Gulliver's Travels. So, friends, today we will discuss about what is satire. Actually, Gulliver's Travels all is about satire. Gulliver's Travel that was written by Jonathan Swift. It was a satire on each and every institution of England of that time. So friends, before starting this video, I would like to say you please like and subscribe my channel so that you may get notification of my new videos. So friends, without wasting time, let's begin. So friends, first of all, we will see about the life of Jonathan Swift, a short introduction of his life. So friends, Jonathan Swift was born in 1667 in Dublin, England. He contributed to multiple fields. He at the same time was an essayist, Anglo-Irish satirist, politician, pamphleteer, poet, cleric. So friends, he died disappointed in 1745. So friends, I use this word very disappointed because he participated in two parties, Tory and Whig. So he got disappointed from these two parties. He couldn't extract benefits whatever he wanted from these parties. So friends, what is satire? In order to understand the satire, this topic, first of all, we will have to see that what is actually satire. So friends, satire means writing that comments humorously on human flaws, ideas, social customs, or institutions in order to change them. So friend, according to this, it means if we want to change someone, so we humorously first of all portray that things. So in after portraying these things, there would be hidden meanings. There would be indirect meanings that would show directly to those point of views that a writer wanna convey. So friends, satire in Gulliver's Travel. First of all, there are some institutions that will be covered that was actually in his view when he was writing Gulliver's Travel. He had some visions. So, what were his visions about whom he wanted to criticize? So, first of all, satire on political background. Secondly, satire on religious beliefs, mocking human physical characteristics, making fun of social customs, disgraceful attitude towards intellectuals of England, satire on judicial system of England, impractical and nil, Hananims and Yahoo's descriptions. Gulliver is asked to leave the Hananims land. So friends, these are the topics that will be covered in this video. So friends, this video is going to be very interesting. So let's me explain all the points one by one. So friends, first of all, satire on political background. First of all, he satirizes the manner in which political offices were awarded by king in his time. So friends, as Philemnep, the treasurer represents Sir Walpole, who was the king of England at the time. So friends, he represents whatever was going on in the court, in the office where the king favorites one were awarded by with favorite seats. So friends, dancing on the tight ropes symbolizes Walpole's skills in parliamentary tactics and political intrigues. So friends, when he was in Lilliput, so uh, there was a person who was symbolizing Walpole. So Walpole was the king of that time of England, whom uh, Philemnef was symbolizing. The three threads awarded to winners refers to various distinctions concerned by English king to his favorite one. So friends, the three threads that were there that were respectively divided to the positions holders, these are actually symbolizing the distinctions that was there, discrimination. When Gulliver talks to King that how politicians deceive the people in order to get their personal motives, on this King remarks, a heap of conspiracies, rebellions, murders, massacres, revolutions. So friends, these all words he used for criticizing his political, Gulliver's political, actually Gulliver's, who is a fictional character who is representing the Englands. He has come from England in Lilliput, so sorry, in second part of his Brobdingnag. So Brobdingnag king is criticizing his countries, means England's. So these all words are heap of conspiracies and these bad qualities he has used for England's people of at the time. When Gulliver offers to king to use weapon for extending his power over the areas and lands, the king remarks, "The most pernicious race." So friends, this is a very bitter satire on human race that for their ambitions they use such vulgar things, such vulgar attitudes for achieving their ambitions. They forget humanity. Become they dehumanize the people. So he said about the human nature. What is actually a human? The most pernicious race of little odious vermin that nature ever to crawl upon the surface of the earth. So friend, he made this comment on Gulliver's that you a little guy, how much dangerous you are. You are just like a odious vermin. Odious vermin, a very dangerous insect. So friends, this is a very bitter satire. So satire on religious beliefs. So friends, it is also very evident that there was also satire on religious beliefs. A civil war waged between Big Andians and Little Andians on the matter of breaking egg from a small big ant. So friend, actually this is symbolizing that how people Catholics and Protestants, they were fighting for such minor issues, over minor issues that was actually going on in the religious sector of the time. So friends, here he is actually indirectly criticizing Protestant and Catholics conflicts that was going on at that time in England. So friends, at the second time he wrote A Tale of a Tub in which he dismissed the beliefs of Queen Anne of England that time. So friends, he turned against the religion of at the times. So that's why friends, he didn't accept some beliefs that were held by Queen Anne. Queen Anne was queen of at that time. So friends, he turned against Queen Anne because she didn't reward him with the bishop seat. Queen got angry on Swift's writings. Catholics and Protestants, as I've told you, they were major conflicts between two religious sects. So friends, making mocking human physical characteristics. So friends, when he went to Laputa, the third one, his travels, Gulliver. So there he saw some peoples who have their attendants have flappers, and there was a flying island, and so there was actually this is some showing discriminations between Ireland and England at the time. Swift gives an interesting descriptions of Lilliputians' physical appearances. He adds their heads were inclined to the right or to the left, or their eyes turned inward and directly up to the zenith. Zenith means towards sky. So friends, he is here criticizing the physical characteristics of human beings. This account shows Swift hate for human corrupt. So he, according to him, human beings is corrupt. He makes fun by making a fun of the people whose sole interest is to in music and geometry. So friends, here people were busy in geometry and music. Here actually he is criticizing the scientific society that was established at the time in his time in England. So friends, making fun of social customs. He satirizes his country and social values of society. People are corrupt, hypocrites, manners are affectations. So friends, here he also criticized the manners of his country peoples. This graceful attitude towards intellectuals of England. So friends, the intellectuals and philosophers of at the time, they couldn't secure themselves from the bitter satire of Gulliver, of Jonathan Swift. Jonathan Swift satirized even the intellectuals. In Laputa, we see Laputans are philosophers and expert in mathematicians. They are in quarrel with one another for geometry and pencil, but do nothing. So friends, here he is actually criticizing his intellectuals of his own times. They are quarreling for petty matters over petty matters, but they are not doing nothing. Laputa are upset. Laputans are upset-minded, absorbed in speculations, and if we want their attention, first have to hit them with something. So, friends, the people in Laputa, they were absent-minded. They were very much absent-minded. They were in speculations, in different fears that the earth would be swallowed up by sun and so on, so on. Satire on judicial system of England. So friends, when Gulliver is asked about his country judicial system, he replies that in England are multiple institutions where students are taught how to run administration and judicial system, and thousands books are written on the art of governments. So King replies that how nonsense Gulliver's land people are. For justice, common sense, reason, and justice, not books are needed. So friends, he criticized that why there are so many universities, there so many books are being published in England. So while if a man has common sense, he can do justice. So why this is the bad gesture actually from the side. So friends, impractical and nil. Swift takes his country people nil and corrupt. He adds they are working in different fields of science, but due to lack of practical are nil. As he states, they made a lot of theories, but practically nil. Friends, here he is actually talking about the third one travel, where he went to Lepta, Brobdingen, and in different uh, countries. So there he saw that there were different experiments are being were being carried out, but there were no practical things. Here he actually was criticizing the Royal Society, a scientific Royal Society that was established by King. So where different scientists were there, but they were doing nothing. There was just affectations. Hananims and Yahoo. So friends, when he went in the fourth one voyage, where he saw that here he visits Yahoo's country, symbolizes Yahoo with human being. They are dull and useless and cannot perform well. He calls Yahoos as beasts of burden. Hananims are horses, while the Yahoos are human beings, subject to horses and so filthy and detestable. He Hananims means perfection of nature. So friends, here he is preferring the horses over the human beings. Human beings here, Yahoos are representing human beings, and horses are uh, used as a rational being. So here horses are better than human beings. So friends, it is a bitter satire. So friendship and benevolence are chief principles of Hananam's life, supreme virtue, rational faculty. So friends, according to Hananam's, rationality is a virtue. So that is not actually present in Hanan in actually Yahoo's. So Gulliver is asked to leave the Hananims land. So friends, Hananims, they were rational beings, so they didn't like Gulliver's like person who is hypocrites, who belongs to the human beings who are corrupt, and so that's why they ask Gulliver to leave the land. Gulliver is human being and horses are better than human beings. Gulliver is asked to leave their land because human being is taken on this land as inferior to horses. At this point, Gulliver leaves the Hananims country. So friends, here we saw in this video that how Jonathan Swift he was also charged with misanthropist means a person who disfigures human qualities, who is actually mocking the foot, arms and face and everything of human characteristics. So friends, it was our today's video, and here Jonathan Swift criticized each and every institution of England of at the time. So friends, if you like my video, please don't forget share and subscribe my channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.